it's right around the corner. Obviously, the start of our practices on Friday, and I think every year you're excited about it getting going. If you love coaching, that's why I got into the business, because I enjoy coaching, working with the players, developing teams, watching guys improve in a lot of aspects. And I think it even makes it more exciting for me this year. A lot of it because of the unknown, and we have so many new guys. We have lost a lot. When you talk about pure numbers, what those guys did, our seniors. From Mike Davis being the second leading rebounder, Tisdale shot blocking, Dimitri, what he did, even Billy Cole, the stability he brought, and all the little things. But you're excited about what you have coming in. We've worked very hard at the recruiting process since I got here, but it finally seemed to pay dividends, the last 3 years. And now you're starting to get some talent, some athleticism, that you feel, you can get to a style that I've always appreciated. We started it in this summer in Italy with full court pressure and pushing the basketball and using a lot of guys. So, I guess some of the unknown, we got some questions answered over the summer. But at the same time, there's a lot to be, proven, a lot to be seen. But that, to me, is the fun part of it. And we're really looking forward to it. I would say the things that you'll find from this team, one, they play hard. The thing we learned from this summer, they play hard. They get after it. They know no other way. Even in the practices, I kind of fear for them sometimes. We have 3-4 guys diving for loose balls. If it was the NFL, there would be penalty flags all over because they lead with their head. So but that, I think that's a good thing. I think our depth is good, and we're going to try to use that. Every year, you always say, can you use these many guys? I'm going to go with it at the beginning. We tried it this summer. After when we talked, I'm not sure I can go to 11 or 12, but I think I can go 9, 10, maybe 11, and rotate guys and keep them fresh. And that should be our, one of our strengths. The unknowns, I would say, is really big, would be experience and maturity. And both of them, the only way you can solve it is get them in games and see what happens. It was one of the reasons we took Sammy on, because he does bring experience. He's had a lot of games, a lot of different situations, and then he brings some maturity. He's older, been through the wars, has some toughness to him, and so we're hoping, he can. I don't want him to be the only one, but I hope he can kind of help us through some of the tough times early. But if we can get that experience and some things go our way, I think we can be very, very competitive.
Coach, how much do you need Brandon Paul and DJ Richardson to step up and be leaders now, kind of step out of the shadow and go into the spotlight?
It's the fun part of college basketball. Every 4 years you lose people, so your guys have to change roles. Our older guys have to change their roles. And, if you look at us, if you really study us, we don't have experience, we don't have star power. Now, Brandon, he was our fourth leading scorer, played quite a few minutes, so he gives us a little bit. DJ was freshman of the year, and, but we need our older guys to play well. There's no doubt about it. And some of them, in the case of like Myers, without a lot of experience. Brandon's got some. DJ's played a lot of minutes. But, Myers' case, he's going to have to. Tyler, Griffey is the same type of thing. And, to ease the pressure on the freshmen, because they're going to be inconsistent. There's no doubt. And that's part of being a freshman. We have to have those older guys give us consistency, give us that, those intangibles that make a difference. I think a big thing is maturity of our guys. That'll be important, especially with the older guys.
Last year with Tyler, it seemed like after conference started, you kept saying you wanted to, but he never seemed to earn that playing time.
Yeah.
Just how's he looking right now?
Well, I said he got lost in last year, and He was hurt early. Mike Davis stepped up like a senior and played. He was our MVP. Had a great year for us, probably one of our most consistent guy, and he was battling him. Then you had Myers and Jeremy come in. Myers took kind of Tyler's minutes at the backup center, which he got as a freshman. And then Jeremy, who we thought would be able to play out on the court, we found he was better around the basket. So then Tyler got kind of lost in the shuffle and lost his confidence. It was interesting in the spring. I met with him after the season. You just don't know how a kid's going to react, but he's been very positive. I think he's excited. He was one of our most consistent guys this summer. I've challenged him to be the best shooting, 3-point shooting big guy in the country, and he has that chance. He has that ability. We need him to rebound. On both ends of the court. I think he led us in Italy in offensive rebounds, but he's got to get a few defensive rebounds. And when I talk about unknowns, I think rebounding would be something I'd worry about, and that's where, Tyler's. I've said all the time he's our strongest guy, and we need him to use that strength. We want him to shoot, but we also need him to rebound.